Hi everybody and welcome back to another episode of Grim Dawn Reign of Terror, i.e. Diablo II Remake. Today we are going to continue our quest to get to Diablo in Act 4. And what lies ahead of us is that we have just killed Izua in the last video, although we might have to kill him again if we access the Plains of Despair waypoint. Probably that will give us some unique loots as well. Right, let's carry on. There you are. He's right beside a waypoint. That will actually make farming him pretty easy. He could be a good long-term farm. In addition to probably Travinga and Mephisto. Oh, this is classic Blade of Alibaba. This used to be a magic finding one-handed sword. Let's have a look at how this is being. Okay, the Blade of Alibaba used to be a magic finding sword. Now, I don't think there is any magic finding in it. It could be a pretty good paladin sword or something for a barbarian, I guess. The granted skill is interesting. You get insight, 10% chance on enemy death, and I think it basically scares your enemy away. Oh, anyway, that's Izua. Let's proceed on to the City of Dam. I am not too sure if we can get to Diablo in this video or in this run, but hopefully we'll get real close to the City of Dam and probably find a waypoint there. So for those who are joining us for the first time, this is actually a mod in Grim Dawn called Reign of Terror, where it tries to remake Diablo II. And what I'm currently playing now is the Fire Amazon. I used to like to play multi-shot or Strath Amazons, but I think in this mod there are more synergies between fire arrows, immolation arrow and stuff, which I thought it would be easier to manage, especially when I'm leveling up. So here we are. Yep, this is the City of the Dam. Going through it. So hopefully we can find a waypoint here and destroy the soulstone eventually. I wonder what quest rewards would that give us. I always hear this sound of charms dropping, but I can't find any charms. So this is quite weird. Maybe that is a bug in this game whereby you hear charms dropping, but you don't know there isn't any charms that's really dropping. I do start to feel that my fire arrows aren't that strong here. I used to one-shot everything. Now in Act 4 it's not that easy to one-shot these mobs, so I might need to change my build as I go past Diablo and maybe into Act 5 to look for the Bale. But so far, at least most of them I'm one-shotting stuff. But this process is quite mana intensive as well. So if you have been with us for the last video, Plains of Despair is really a very big area that we spend almost half an hour going through it and looking for the waypoint, Izua, and the entrance to the City of the Dam. Fortunately, they are all at the same place, but it will take you easily half an hour just to go past this area and to look for Izua, the waypoint, and the City of Dam at the corner. Yeah. So hopefully the City of Dam wouldn't be as big as the Plains of Despair, but so far I think it's not a small map as well. But it's pretty. I must say this is a pretty good interpretation of the City of Dam by the developers. There are more details in the map, and while this is like replaying my experience in Diablo 2, but I think there are many things which I feel are pretty unique to this remake, and I'm kind of enjoying it more as a Diablo 2 sequel than maybe even Diablo 3. There are some things old and some things new. Yeah, I think we are progressing here. I just have no idea how big the Sea of Dam would be. I think as many YouTubers or other gamers who have shared it, right, they are taking more time with this remake than classic Diablo 2 because the maps are more detailed. There are more areas to explore. So yeah, I think it's great. Some road chance. Yeah, and this is just normal mode. So I can't imagine if I get to Nightmare mode how much damage would this skeleton mages do to me. So definitely something I need to look into once we enter the Nightmare or into Helm. I mean, probably Diablo might be quite scary to handle as well. Let's see how far we can go. And probably something we can look out for would be to destroy the Soul Stone, looking for Hephasto, and the waypoint for the River of Flame. Yeah. As mentioned, I think this is not going to be a small map. Hopefully we can progress out of this area fast into the River of Flames. But so far the experience is still good. The areas are not repetitive, so you're indeed going through new areas of the map. There's so much detail in it. You probably wouldn't get bored like the old map, but it does take time to go through these areas. Ooh, that's a ooh. Ooh. There is a unique. Oh, what is it? Oh, unique helm. I might use this. Yeah. 25% chance to terrify a target for 1 second, or to knock down the target for 1 second. I mean, while I'm using this Explorer set, let's just maybe give this a try to see how's the knockback effect, the knockdown effect, or the terrify effect, just to keep things a bit more fun. Although I am one-shotting stuff, so I don't know whether that makes any difference. And not to mention, I'm wearing an ice blink armor, which would freeze the mobs when I hit them. So I don't know whether that would make any enhancement to my ice blink effect, ice blink frozen effect. Yeah, this map, as we have experienced in the Plains of Despair, City of Them is also a very big place to go through, and I see no signs of the waypoint or the entrance to the River of Flames that will bring us to Hephasto to destroy the Soul Stone of Mephisto. Yeah, but let's go through this. Oh, this map is really huge. You almost can go in many ways. So for those who have played D2 in the old days, I would bet that you would find this map larger than what you remember of in classic D2. So good job to developers for making Act 4 larger than it seems. Although it might be good if they could introduce, like, some mini quests in addition to the standard ones, because given you have such a big map, it's actually quite a waste that you are just going through areas without completing any quests or having any storyline to them, especially City of Them. Watching my life and mana here. We do want to prevent any accidental death and probably lay a town portal just in case. This is my Strath, which I rarely use, and I am hoping that I could change to Strath eventually as a full-time skill rather than Fire Arrow, but at current, Fire Arrow seems to serve me better than Strath. I would say that Strath in D2 is more intuitive, whereby it will auto target mobs. I find that it does shoot fast in Reign of Terror, but it's just not that intuitive to auto target mobs or minions. So that could be something maybe the developers might want to work out or improve on. Like my previous post about the problems with guided arrow for the Amazon, I think Strath is also something that they might need to give more love to. I think Fire Arrow and Ice Arrows are fine, but Strath and guided arrow probably needs to be a bit smarter with mob targeting. There you are. Ooh, this is interesting. The River of Flame. Unfortunately, we do not have any waypoints that will bring us here. Yeah, and technically there should be a city of them. Maybe let's backtrack a bit just to find that waypoint. Not that it's particularly important, but I just want to, since the map is so big, I might as well get the waypoint for this. Hopefully I don't have to spend another 10 more minutes just looking for that waypoint. But let's just have a look at this area. Ooh, heroic chest. Too bad, no uniques. I'm just wondering whether would I find a waypoint here. Looking at the map, I don't think it's nearby. So we might have to take the risk just go into River of Flames to get that waypoint before Diablo. Okay. Yeah, I'll just go to this one last area which I missed before I came into this city, and hopefully that will bring us to the waypoint. Otherwise, I probably will give up and just head down to the River of Flame to continue my business. But it's interesting that they are giving these areas very interesting interpretations, whereby the city of them actually has a castle in between now, and it's a very big area to explore through. Yeah. Oh, no waypoints here, unfortunately. I was hoping that they will make it similar to Izua, whereby the waypoint is right beside the entrance to the next level. Unfortunately, it's not. I think it's not. I'm out of mana, and let's see if we could kill this mob with strength. A bit slower, not so ideal. Yeah, currently my strength is at level 10. It's halfway. Of course, my gears and talents have not been spec'd to favor a physical attack or piercing attack setup. It's more geared towards fire and elemental damage. That's why that explains why we are one-shotting the monsters here with fire arrow, immolation arrow setup. This is really a very big map, and unfortunately we can't find the waypoint of City of the Dam. So we might be taking a risk to enter the next level River of Flames without a waypoint in the City of Dam. And if we can't find it at the end of this run, we probably might have to rewalk this whole journey again, which is something I want to avoid. So let's see. You see, this is a good example of why Strath isn't that intelligent. In Diablo 2, when you use Strath, even without targeting, you will try to auto target a minion that's nearby. But in Reign of Terror, this really doesn't work. Yeah. So Strath is something. Strath guided arrows are things that probably the developer have to work harder on. And we are back to our consideration whether should we look for the waypoint of the City of Dam or just proceed to the River of Flames. And I say I probably will just want to head down. Okay, let's go to the River of Flames. Oh, this looks like D2, how you enter the area, but I bet this is a very different River of Flames as how I remember it from D2. Hopefully it wouldn't be such a huge area like City of the Dam or Flames of Despair. I took about half an hour through City of Dam. I took about 20 minutes through City of Dam. I took 30 minutes for Place of Despair. So easily Act 4 would take me, I think, at least 1.5 hours to complete if we are to count from here all the way to River of Flames into the Pandemonium where the final fight with Diablo happens. I think that probably will take easily 40 minutes more from the start of River of Flames. Yeah, and I shouldn't be going backwards, but somehow the road is leading me backwards. And let's see whether would that bring us to Hephasto. And yeah, let's. Okay, okay, let's proceed. Let's proceed north upwards to look for the waypoint as how I remembered it in Diablo 2, and hopefully it's similar. Oops, not that easy, I guess. I just wonder with a map so huge whether would teleport be as useful as how it worked in Diablo 2, and yeah. And I think if you folks can remember Diablo 2, most of the roads actually head north, but it's quite interesting that most of the roads in this River of Flame leads south, going downwards instead of upwards. But let's just follow the road and see what surprises it will bring us. Fortunately, the mobs are not that hard to kill with my current skill set. I just need to be a bit more careful about being one-shotted because of my low defense and resistance. See, dealing with groups and crowds isn't a problem. But sometimes there could be a elite hidden in these mobs, and those guys would take me out. Oh, see, that's the effect of the fire arrow plus immolation arrow plus explosion arrow. Is that called explosion arrow or exploding arrow? I've never used this skill when I was playing D2 in the past, but apparently it works fairly well here, and yeah, I guess I'm sticking with it because these three skills seem to have very good synergies with each other. But I'm just wondering for end game gear, would that be suitable? Oh, I've used up all my mana potions. Maybe it's time to get back to town. And also it's also timely to lay a town portal just in case. I guess 40 potions would do, hopefully. Just sell off some of this. I think the rest are crafting materials which I will keep, but I wouldn't sort them here and now. I probably will just head back to the town portal. And let's go. As expected, River of Flames is not a small area as well, although there are good chests being laid all over the place. But rest assured, you probably might need to spend an easy 15 to 20 minutes at least going through this River of Flames in order to reach maybe the final waypoint, or even Hephasto, or even the Pandemonium Fortress of Diablo. I'm guessing here, but I think my guess would be pretty accurate based on my experience from the Plains of Despair and City of the Damned. Oh, level 43. Let's see what we should be. Oops. Yeah, as mentioned in the last video, right? Or this, that I wanted to pump a bit of skills into the Paladin, probably for the auras behind. I've only pumped 1 or 2 into this talent and 1 point into the mic aura, but probably as I'm maxing out most of these skills on the skills that I need on the Amazon tree, probably I can show some love to the Paladin tree as we advance past maybe level 45. So far my Valkyrie is handling the mobs very well. It's not dying. In fact, it hasn't died handling the mobs. Most of the time I'm the one dying. It seems that mercenaries and pets are fairly buffed in this setup, in this remake, and they are not the worry. But I think the actual character is the key worry here. Survivability, resistance, mana, life. These are the main concerns. You probably don't have to be concerned about doing damage if you spec and set up your skills in a logical manner. Generally, you don't have to worry about dealing damage, but worry more about survival. But this is interesting. So, and this is just normal mode. So I can't imagine how things will look like once we venture into Nightmare or Hell. Those were the days where resistance could be negative 80 or 90, and you're trying to get it just back to 0 or even positive 10 or 20s. Yeah, I'll just try to run a bit faster so that we can find a waypoint out. So I guess the thing I hope to find most is actually the waypoint rather than Hephasto, so that we can have some assurance that our journey here wouldn't be wasted or have to be redone if we were to die or to have to end earlier. Yeah, so far things have been interesting on the River of Flames. Unlike the earlier 2 areas, this is also a very big remake, and it's a huge area to say. I am suspecting that I can easily spend 30 minutes in this area trying to find a waypoint or even the entrance to the River of Flames, much less Hephasto, who we are supposed to find on this map as well. Interesting. Oh, we have found this stone. Too bad he's too attracted to me than my Valkyrie. Yes, we have. I mean, in the old days, we probably would keep this quest to the end and hopefully get a better item, better gems and rune when we finally decide to smash the soulstone, right? But let's just do it. Ooh, this is interesting. 25k XP, 1 devotion point, you get runes and a few gems. Cool. I think the XP is the most useful thing to me now. Let's just double check if there are any other exits, or yeah, as I guess there are lots of exits around this place. Let's just go around to see if we are missing out any. Ooh, this is a really huge place. Ah, great, we have found a waypoint. Ooh. Okay, with that, let's put in our devotion point that we have got from completing Hephasto's. Yeah, probably this is the one I did. The Fox constellation. Why are we doing this is just for the dexterity, and maybe the blink damage would be another damage that would add on to our Amazon's damage. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining me in this. We'll continue again into our journey of the Pandemonium as well as to fight Diablo. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video.